It's alright, it's okay. Doesn't really matter if you're old and gray. It's alright, I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright, you ain't fine. Doesn't really matter if the sun don't shine. It's alright, I say it's okay. We're getting to the end of the day. I take a low, take your pick. 'Cause you can't teach an old dog a brand new trick.
Oh, there we go. All right. Didn't have the live till just a second. Oh, there we go. All right.
It's all right. Take your time. Everybody thinks it's a past your prime. It's all right. It's okay. You still got plenty to say. It's alright, it's okay. Doesn't really matter if you're old and gray. It's alright, I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright, you ain't fine. Doesn't really matter if the sun don't shine. It's alright, I say it's okay. We're getting to the end of the day.
Rob Smith here. Still don't have my arm for this. I don't know where it is. Lots of other things have come, including something I have right here. Hope everyone's doing okay. In just a moment. There's my calendar and a point. No. All right, here I am. Sorry. I just realized I really need to. I was going to do this a few minutes ago. I decided to go ahead and here I am. It is July 20th, 2026. I have loaded 7 or so paintings onto Fine Art, my Fine Art America page, which I think is linked here. No, I should put a link to it. That's a fine idea. Since I've got it here, see if I can do that. Oh, it's going to need a link in. Oh. Yeah, there we go. So here we go. Copy. I need to put this on Facebook and share this a lot more than I do. There it is. There's my Fine Art America page. And this is one of the ones I put up. Or they're in the process. I have another 7 I'm putting up. And I'm starting to get the fairy ones out. Oops. I had a fan blow that away. And this is another one. I think this one's up too, or about to go up. And I've got them all linked to different paintings I've done. I just got these. Just a second. Let's see. That's funny. What is this? Hold on a second. Here we go. Well, here, I just got these postcards, which includes, these are all Florida history. This is Circus World. I started drawing caricatures here in 1979. I did not have this in my collection. In fact, I had a heck of a time trying to get it. That got moved around. That's a little circus car. I think it was originally going to be like a Punch and Judy thing, but it was here, it was back there, it's over here. Got moved all over the place. Very little was stayed. Things got moved around. Well, except for like the elephant ride, which was over there. Anyway, this is a wonderful postcard. And what's important about it is it has these words on it. Kodachrome by Dick Pope. And it doesn't say it's Cypress Gardens anywhere on it. It just says Florida white oleanders. But this would be the lake. I suddenly can't think of the name of the lake. At Winter Haven, where Cypress Gardens is, with the old oleanders and young ladies. Oddly enough, this the dress is very Seminole Indian color-ish. I think the purple's a little off, if that is purple. And that's certainly not Seminole, but that very much is. That's a very neat card. It's so sad we don't do postcards anymore. Imagine what could be out there today. Say we do stupid stuff like emails. This is something that would be considered. You couldn't get your hands on one of these one time. But what's really neat is what I actually like. Why I really got this was I didn't have one of these. I have hundreds, thousands probably of postcards all over the state. But this is a thermometer. So when you sent your postcard to Connecticut, you'd indicate the temperature. In this case, 80. I guess 80. It's hard. You might see it better than I think it's 80 degrees. And it was sent January 28th. Now, I wonder if that's true. It was sent from North Miami. Oh, that could be true. North Miami in January, it could be 80. But sometimes a lot of folks who were visiting would make the temperature warmer than it really was, or colder, depending on where they were. Or make it not rain or whatever. But I love this. The temperature today is, and here's your thermometer. Isn't that neat? And I don't believe in my thousands of postcards I have one of these, but I do now. This would be otherwise considered very racist today, of a black fellow up a palm tree with an alligator after it. And it says, how, honey, come down. We're all waiting for you in Florida. These used to, I got this for $4, I think. I used to never see this less than $50 or $100. So postcards values are dropping, but I really wanted this. This is what was the temperature gauge. There was another one with a temperature gauge had at 75. I forget what that was, but I picked that one up. Mostly because this was $4. This was also on, wow, this was one of the holy grails in Florida. When I was living in Orlando, I tried getting one of these. Another one I couldn't get for 20, 25, $30. Got this for actually $3.50. Both of these $3.50. This is the Rainbow Springs. This was the boat that you could take, and what you'd do is you'd come in and then you'd walk down, and this was glass bottom, so you would see all this underneath here. Isn't that cool? These were eliminated. Specifically in the 60s, I believe it was the 60s, these all got eliminated. And when ABC television bought this, they completely changed the boats around. And now the boats are completely gone. They're not there at all anymore. And that thing back there is gone too. In fact, I'm not even quite sure where that was, because now it goes up to the, because these were all dug out for phosphate. Rainbow Springs was where the spring area is. So there's a giant waterfall back. Because if I think I know where this is, the waterfall's back there. Very neat. I love it. I love getting postcards that are postmarked, which none of these are. So this was actually made by Circus World. I did not have this. I have a lot of things from Circus World. This was one card I did not. You wonder, where are all these today? This is has to be 45 years ago. Circus World closed at 83, 84, 85, somewhere in there. So, I mean, it has to be at least 40 years ago. So all these are 40 years older. Where are they today? Interesting question. It's the only one that's postmarked. And it says, yes, should be here for a while. I believe they would do very good. Have been I don't know. I can't read it. I read cursive and I can't read that. How? I don't know. Anyway, sent to George, Carolina, looks like, in Meridian, Connecticut, put the wrong address and it put a new up one there. And I can't read who sent it. When I used to post these on, when I had a website, I would post, I'd post these names just in case the people came about, and I'd say, you know, I'll send you the card if it's you. Because that should stay in the family, in my view. All right, I pulled 3 names. Those 3 words are money. And by the way, I'll be getting back to doing some Florida history stuff. And I do have, I just knocked all this over before. I do want to get on to this Had I, water? Yeah, I was watercoloring this yesterday, so that's why I'm going to scan that in yet. Yeah, I want to get back to this, but I'm not. I don't think I'll do that here. I'm just going to do a quick Hobbit to Bee, quick drawing. I pulled Money Magician Lizards. Let's see what happens. And I'm sorry, Shay, why if you wrote something I didn't see it. Well, that's right. I didn't post I was going to do this, and I was just going to go ahead and. If I need to get why are things packaged like they're gold and you can't get into them without a let's see what these pens are, because I think I need another pen. Let's see what this does. We'll find out. All right, what did I say? Lizard, money, magician. Lady money, lizard, money, magician. See what I'll do. Well, I don't know. As I said, I actually was up very late getting doing some work on the drawings that I'm putting on Fine Art America, which I've left a link for if you want to go look at them. The prints are for sale, and you can get them on T-shirts, mugs. It's funny, Fine Art America used to be able to manipulate that. It's hard to do now. Speaking of Circus World, a friend of mine was a big top guy there, Dan Stapleton. Dan's still performing today. He is a magician. Magicians have been disappearing. A fate of all of the computer world, much like these drawings. I used to do all the time. Folks really don't seem to care much anymore about them. If you get a chance to do a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Or if you haven't subscribed, that'd be even better. I wasn't going to do this. I was up till 5 this morning. And I know I can't do that. After 5, actually. Working on these pictures, but I was just on such a great roll, getting so much done. I will post these, I think, tonight before I turn in. A lot of fairy drawings added. And I do hope after tomorrow to get started on the children's books projects, which I do think I will be doing here to help promote the books. I'm not sure what one of the titles. I gotta go check. I gotta go over these projects. It's been a while since I've looked at them. Since I moved. Now, this pen is very staid. Not a lot to go with here. These are the kind of pens comic book artist Gil Kane used to use, but he used a flare. But this is kind of a souped up flare. Dan Stapleton does close-up magic in Central Florida at various, mostly works out of a Holiday Inn, which I think he has some ownership of. It's been a long time now, since the old Circus World days. But he does things nationally too. And if you're a member of any magician group nationally, very likely Dan's part of that too. He also is big about the history of magic. So this is, besides us both working at Circus World at one time, that's our other connection is history. In fact, I show that Circus World postcard. He had a Circus World reunion a year ago, February, and I couldn't go. Or was it this year? I've only been to one reunion. Now it would be best if let's see if I can do a little lighter touch here. Oh, I don't know if these are waterproof. Well, I don't know if I'll do color here anyway. Magic doesn't make a lot of money. I wonder if that is a reason we don't see so many magicians. Is because young people today have this weird view that they're supposed to get X amount of cash. And they think something's wrong if they don't. It's ridiculous. If you get anything at all, you're lucky. Because you worked for it. And magic's a lot of work. I could do some magic stuff. But it's a lot of work. You got to train yourself. You know, like playing cards, you got to learn how to handle those playing cards. You got to understand how to handle a ball, to handle various balls, short. You know, if you're doing close-up tricks, you have to know how to handle various items, or you can't do it. It gets harder as you get older because your hands aren't as flexible as they were. And it's amazing how I guess Dan's got to be in his 70s now. And he keeps going. I know it's not as, it's more painful than it used to be. It ain't easy. Oh, wow, this pen. I'm just using sketch paper. I do not know where that arm is I need for this, that would to replace the other one. I was hoping I was going to get it end of last week, but not to be seen. I'm just going to make this a little easier by just making that like that. Some quick legs. I was just writing about a meeting that's going on in this area that I'm missing right now. And I'm missing a meeting where I came from right now. I was explaining how I'm doing quite a bit more artwork than I was. Not quite a bit. It's nearly 10, 20 times what I was doing this in the past year even. I'll try to post more when I'm going live. But this was a last minute decision to go ahead and do it. Not sure. I'll probably, maybe I'll do, I need to do these. Yeah, how are you doing, Shay White, if you're still here? I don't know if Shay White doesn't like to see and let people know that Shay White's doing artwork, but it's out there if you look. I'm a little confused as to where. I went looking for it the day before yesterday or something. I had trouble understanding where it is. And feel free to comment. I love hearing feedback. Another place I drew caricatures was at a place called Mystery Funhouse, and that there was also a magician there, who since died. He was much younger than Dan. Looked a lot like David Brenner. But actually, there were a few magicians there. I think they both have died now. The two ones that were most known there. One by a guy named David Siegel, whose wife has done some TV series I don't know about. Something about Marvel and the Seagulls. That's the same family. Used to see him at that's Mystery Funhouse. One time I got a chance to talk to Dave Siegel for a while at a caricature event I was doing. He was at talking about Mystery. It was his favorite place. He loved that place. He loved it. I am fine, and this idea is magnificent. Oh, you can't see it. See, let me know. Let me know. I didn't know I could see it. Tell me. Let me know. I can't. As I say, that arm. See, I'm using a flexible arm here that doesn't work as well. And maybe the other one's going to be a pain in the neck too. I don't know. I seem to have bad luck with all this stuff. But see how this pen is very well. Actually, Jay, the way you draw, this would work because it's all kind of it doesn't have a lot of thick and thin to it. I mean, I'm forcing thick and thin out of this. This is a straight line, like a flare. Yeah, Gil Kane, who did all kinds of comic books, would use a pen like this or a Sharpie, all with the same line. And he'd go back over it to get a thick and thin to it, or what's known as spotting blacks, which is what that is there. This could use some color to it. It's a little hard to see the money, so my storytelling's a little iffy here because of that. Now, one way I could solve that is just make this black around here. That includes this hat. Since the gag involves the hat, it got a little too sketchy, as Jose Dubbo would say. Let me put this. All right, now I'm doing better storytelling. It's not a great way, not a great illustration because of it, but it does tell the story better. And the intent should be to always tell the story. If I had a little thinner pen, I grabbed a handful of pens real quickly. I think I know what this is. This is a very thin pen. This is this is an old pen I've had a very long time. Oops, the ink's still a little wet there, it looks like. When we did caricatures, we did dip pens, which I showed one here. The heck did I do with it? It was a dip pen ink. Dip pen with a quill nib into a bottle of ink, and we drew on acetate on a very, very hot overhead projector. And we had to draw them very fast. And I was a teenager. That was my first job. I wanted to be a bag boy at Publix, but that didn't happen. Little details here. Try to make these stand out a little bit. I could do this too. You should give a sense of movement. This money's moving out. So I've combined lizard, magic, and money. Not only did I just pull those out of a box and make this up as I went, but I wasn't even going to do this half hour ago. I need to keep drawing. So I'll try to come back here tomorrow at 7 and do some of the same. If you want, if I do post that I'm doing this and you want to put in there a word or two, a lot of notes pop out of the hat. Yes, or in your case, pounds. A lot of pounds pop out of the hat. But feel free to put one word, 2 words, not more than that, please. And I don't need a scene. I just need words. Any words. It's like, just like this. It can be money, magician, lizards, could be rabbit, could be a hat, could be anything. But if you put those words in there, and I'll pick from those. This is what I used to do all the time. So I got hacked and I lost everybody. And I just make something up, and it's fun for me. My brain likes to move very, very quickly. Throw things at me, and I come up with stuff. Come back with stuff like this. And I'd add color, but I don't think this pen's waterproof. I literally just pulled this out of the, and I admit these pens came from Temu. They're, of course, cheap. It does. I can't read Hong Chen. Beyond Hong Chen, can't read it, but I think this is not water. Here's. Let's not guess. Now this is also this I've been using. This is dry brush. Oh wait a minute, one of these is not dry brush. Oh yeah, that's dry brush. And then some. So is this the one not dry brush? Oh no, they're both dry brush. Yeah, these are neat, but they run out of ink. Not fast. Probably fine for the regular Joe out there. But see how the gray stays. It's got the well of gray is still there. So really I should probably do this. And I think I got these. I think I got this. I don't know where I got these. Pop Shelf, I think. Where I've moved to, well, where I left, the Pop Shelf closed in June. The Pop Shelf nearest here is an hour away. But I do like these, the pens they have at Pop Shelf. Pop Shelf is a variation of Dollar General. It's a preppy version, and I don't believe they're doing well, which is ridiculous. Why on earth would you go to Dollar General when you go to Pop Shelf? It's more spread out, it's more breathable, it's more comfortable, it's got a lot of other things and just a mess, which most Dollar Generals are now. Didn't used to be, they are now. I think people like messes. And live like it too, huh? At least here in the States. I don't know about where. So I can add some grays in here. I do want to get on to this very soon, but I'm not sure when exactly. But I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Take a half hour. Thank you all for going. We got someone else. Diana Journals. Dry pens could work for shadowing, right? Nice work, and I'll leave early. See you later, Shay White. Still secret trying to find Shay White's artwork is out there someplace. I'm using it for prepping watercolor work. And that's what I did here. And then did I erase that? I have an eraser right here. This is a representation of Cypress Gardens. It's a little too stoic for me. I wish there was more movement. I love movement, and I don't have that here. Who knows? Maybe I'll do another one. But yes, gray pens are great for prepping for watercolor or shadowing or shading if you wish, if you're doing something that's black and white. Or even if you're doing something color, you can go back over it with, like, I was working on this yesterday when I was doing the live. I can take this, come in here and just, sure I'm on the gray side here. And now I'm adding some dimension to it. Ooh, I didn't get much green in there. Not sure what I'm doing with this either yet. Yeah, there we go. There's some gray. So yeah, you can use that. So I don't like getting rid of my dry brushes for the dry anything because I can always reuse them. I just need to, what I haven't been doing well is separating them. So part of that's because this move I've just made, it's a temporary move, but it's a move. The idea is kind of get me doing some artwork again, so I am, obviously. There's some, that adds more dimension. See, I'm not much for color. I do it, but I'd rather do the black and white. Or grays even. I like that a lot more. I was surprised someone asked me about, aren't ladybugs red? Only the wings. The rest of it's all black actually underneath. I'm adding some gray. I'm making it gray just so you can see it better. It's really or Diana. Thank you, Diana Journals, for being here, and Shay White. If you get a chance to do a thumbs up, I appreciate it. And I'm used to teaching, so if you have questions, I'm glad to answer. Done a lot of teaching. I miss it. It's a lot of fun. It's something my family, it's something in us. So when I went to Rollins College, I did these tests about what I was going to be when I got older. Artist was at the bottom, teaching was at the top. My mother's a teacher, my sister's a teacher, my aunt's a teacher, my cousins. I've just got my great uncle, all these teachers in the family. We have a knack for that. These days I work most at trying to teach Florida history. About that. And I don't care for this at all. I do want to get on a hiking trail. It is very hot here in Florida. It's not hot. We're seeing a lot of rain. We got a tropical depression. I find it very, very interesting that the tropical depression is going west, not east. That's strange. Knowing our Florida history involving, well, almost everything, but certainly weather, I know. And that's very strange. It would not be if it was September, or especially if it was October, or even beginning November. But this time of year, what the heck is going on? That's just really surreal. I don't know if any weather people are talking about it, but apparently Louisiana and Texas are going to feel more of the brunt of this, whatever is left of this thing. Sure felt it yesterday. Wow. I think it was storming while I was doing this. So you see how I got a lot out of this dry pen. Yes, I've been a professional illustrator for 47 years. I've done everything, mostly notable or political cartoons. That's the high level stuff I've done. But I've done all sorts of books for all sorts of publishers, big publishers, little. But these days, everything's little. Everything's basically DIY. It's the only way to do things, really. Again, I'm cutting this off a bit. I'm sorry. When I get the arm the arm I was using broke. It's the only thing that broke during the move was the arm for this. And it's impossible to fix. So I'm waiting for it, and it should have come Thursday, Friday, but here we are. I still don't have it. It is. Where are you located, Diana? I understand we're hotter in Florida, and I know some people say, well, it's not. In Florida, it's the same temperature like here in New York. No, it's not. We're near the equator. We're definitely warmer than anywhere else. That's why there's talk about trying to do data centers in our state, and that's just stupid when they need coolness. Why would you put it in the hottest state in the country? It don't make no sense. But so I've done children's books. I've done comics. My training is comic books. Besides going to Rollins College and studying philosophy, politics, my other studies were at the Joe Kubert School of Cartoon and Graphic Art. In fact, during this, I've mentioned two of my teachers. One was Jose Delbo. I've got a whole bunch. Joe Kubert was one of my teachers. Great. I was been very fortunate to have it being in my schooling, but also I was already doing it myself anyway. I started doing caricatures at 16, just turned 16, in fact. And I've been doing them ever since, and being paid for artwork. I've done advertising, illustration, and I've done everything. These days, I'm more in semi-retirement mode and focusing specifically on Florida history, which is why Cypress Gardens and some of the other pictures. I still have not finished this, which is the Cabaret Capri. I need to finish that and get that out there. I haven't posted much either. I didn't. Yes, I think I posted this on the. I apologize if I have not done that. So the post part of YouTube, I'll post the artwork I do here. And did I post? Yes, I posted it 7 hours ago. This is the one I did yesterday live, which was Well, let me see how. Kids Magic Wand Bird Bath. There you go. And I'm going back and pulling some of this artwork I've never done anything with. It's been sitting here because all the mess and chaos my life has been. So I'll be posting a bunch of these. And as I said, I have 2 children's books I need to get to here. Starting Wednesday, I'm trying to get myself into the mode of it, but I think this is already up on Fine Art America. I need to go check. And then this is not, and I'm not even, I don't, and the problem is this has that paint on it, so it sparkles. And the intent is to have all these for sale too, which I've never really done much with. Currently in a position where I can sell these and get them out to people. Easter. This was done back in January. I think this is up on Fine Art America. I can't remember if it is. Got it right in front of me here. Got a lot of mermaids, and everything's in sections too. So Florida history, bunnies. I posted the first link up there on this chat area, as they call it. I do not have this on there, so there's something else I need to scan in and get out. I don't think it's even in the whatchamacallit. This was well, I'll play. This is one of my teachers was a fellow named Greg Hildebrand of the Hildebrand brothers. And Greg was one of our big things. One thing I definitely pulled, the big thing I probably pulled out of my time with the Kubert School was using light and darkness as a color. It's not white and black. It's whatever the light color is, whether dark is. And he's big about purple. And you can see that all through here. Lots and lots of purple. Yeah, I spent a few hours reorganizing everything too in here, which I never did. Place in Fine Art. I don't even have this ready to be placed. Okay, I'll work on that. And I may add a background here digitally because I'm very dissatisfied with just putting a light blue. But I like that light blue. It kind of works here. The other problem is it does a scan, which leads to doing photographs. All right. Let me go back and see if there's anything else written here. Oh yeah, lots. Germany. Oh, is this Diana? Diana? Is this Diana Eberly? Diana? Colors of the Cat one. Oh, the cat one. Yeah, I've got your picture to finish too. I haven't been able to do anything. I've moved now twice this year, and every time I think I'm settling down, I'm going. And I'm only going to be here 2 months. But the thing is, if this is Diana. Simon and Simon Diana, which is the cat one. I love kitties, so I've got a lot of kitties. Yeah, I like putting the sparkly stuff on here. See how I'm hesitant about putting the light blue? And I've tried all sorts of things. Something about me, I work like this. Oh, it's another Diana. She's in Germany too. I forget where she and her husband are. In Germany, somewhere. Good lady. Good person. Where's the kitty? Where's the kitty one you mentioned? Oh, this one? Nah, I couldn't have mentioned that. Oh, the one I just put one up here? Oh, the one with the kitty and the... Yeah, that's up on... I think that's up here already. No, it's not. It's prepped. I've got 3, 6, 7... I got 8 to put up there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put those up so I don't get... Because what will happen is I'll put them up here. One is one I'm not really explaining. It's a Florida history one involving W.C. Fields, the comedian, an alligator, and kumquats. It's too much to get into here, but it's actually a very funny story involving the city of Ocala, where I had been living. See the sparkly stuff? I like that. So I'm going to try to knock out some of these in between the children's books illustrations, which I need to take some time tomorrow to get set up with because I want to get them started. I have 2 of them, and I need the one for Diana, the picture for Diana, which I meant to have done in January, little knowing at the same time she asked me for the painting, I ended up having to move in January. Or I found out I had to move in January, so I was in this whole process of that, along with everything else going on. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, Diana, she's a great photographer. She takes pictures all over the place. Her husband's a target shooter. to go out and do that kind of thing. And I thank you for being here. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I hope to be back here again at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Right now it's 6:41 p.m. So I have to start at 6 for 7. Still, it's only been a week, a little over a week. Still adjusting to this time difference. Yeah, there's a whole thing over at Fine Art America of kitties. It's funny though, as much as I'm such a big fan of kitties, there's actually more here. There are more bunny pictures than kitties, which is I find funny because I'm such a kitty person. And yeah, at some reason, well, one thing is I do a piece of artwork every month for the first day of the year. Rabbit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I didn't know I had kitty plays with butterflies. That's not one of my better ones. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So I've got 6 kitties. And then bunnies, there are, oh God, there's a lot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 16 bunny pictures in the, well, one's the Florida history, one's the Florida parks one. I also do a series involving Florida parks, and this involves something in Melbourne Village here in Florida. Anyway, so yes, I hope to be back here. I might even come back I don't think I'll come back no, I won't be here at noon tomorrow because I'm scheduled to do something else tomorrow afternoon. But 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever that is in Germany. You're 6 hours difference, I think. England's 5, you're 6. Okay, sorry to have you up so late. Diana Eberly's joined us here. She used to join more when I was doing this all the time on Facebook. But Facebook, after I got hacked, I lost my connection there. And I've never been able to gain the following here. This is the only page, YouTube, both this one and Swampy Florida. I didn't lose these. I lost everything else. My website, even now here in the last couple of months here, my emails have vanished on me. It's not like it's done. I just got to make sure I change the password occasionally. Try to keep them at bay. But yeah, and I use mostly watercolor, and I'll probably do that here too. Which I do right now, but I am no way set up for that, am I? Am I set up for that? I do have my watercolors here. But yesterday I spent some time doing that. But I do the water. I got the watercolors. I'm not sure what color I'm making the bunnies. So not a good brush. But I tend to work if I know there's an audience, because that's how I'm used to working with people around, doing caricatures for 47 years. Cypress Gardens was a park in Winter Haven, Florida. We could take a boat ride. There was a big pool in the shape of the state of Florida that Dick Pope, that postcard I mentioned earlier, he had it built to get Esther Williams to make movies there, which worked. Pope could make a lot of things happen. He was very helpful to our state, unlike the Disney people who are nothing but trouble. And he was trouble at times too, but not like Disney has. Disney's an evil, evil beasties. But it's hard for me to go really light like this. I'm used to boom, I'm a real cartoonist in that sense. I know these weren't rabbits, people dressed up as rabbits in Southern Belle outfits. These were ladies who took a boat ride. They had Cypress Gardens. They'd be just on the edge, along the waterway, which I'm not showing here. Maybe I should have. This is not my final say of Cypress Gardens. They're both known internationally for their ski shows, water ski shows, which brought people in from all over the world, including Germany, all over the world. People came to watch or participate in water ski shows. Very, very big. And there were television programs about it and movies about it. When Esther Williams did her movies, and I should remember, she did 3 or 4. She didn't do that many considering all the work done to get her there. But it brought a lot of attention to Cypress Gardens. Water ski is so cool. Yeah, I don't know what they get from hacking either. It's mighty frustrating. Sure has ruined me in a lot of ways. I used to generate cash through just my Facebook because I had thousands of Facebook. And now I've just got a Mari Smith, Mari, no relation, is the Wunderkind over at Evolving Facebook. And she was astonished since I got hacked almost 3 years ago that I've regained 500 people. I'm disappointed in the number. Apparently it's hard to do that, so I'm glad I was able to come back that strong. And I don't actively seek people either. I don't. They could have to find me. I just think that someone wants to friend me, they'll send me a friend request. They don't. Now about depth. I found it hard to make depth. One, paint a good lighting in artwork personally. Well, it's kind of what I was saying with that Greg Hildebrandt spoke about, which was to consider your light source being a lot of color. So it's a matter, and I admit this looks mighty flat. But one way I can take care of that, actually I need this other. I think I was just talking about Pop Shelf, wasn't I? These paints are from Pop Shelf. Great source of materials at a very cheap price. But here's using purple to give some depth. And that's where certainly one of my strengths is depth. Because it's important to me. I find that interesting. I don't understand surreal artwork at all. I don't get it. I don't get it anymore. I get the hacking. I understand the idea of illustration to tell a story. That I understand. So by adding that little bit of purple, little key areas, I've now created. I know that's a little far away. I can't adjust this. I don't know if I'll be able to adjust the other arm when it comes in. Whenever it comes in. But see how that creates that? And really another thing is that you should never have white in your picture. White or black. Should be another color. My problem's trying to be delicate. And it sounds like you do journals. Journal artwork, I guess. Is that your page? As again, since you're posting here, feel free to post your page if you have one. Which Shay White won't do, and I don't understand that. That's something else I don't understand. I don't understand why he's so shy about that. Or she. I don't even know if it's a he or she. Very mysterious. Okay, I'm not getting paint out of this, or I'm going crazy, or both. Maybe it's too wet. But if you are commenting here, feel free to post your page. If you support me, I support you. Now here I will have some white because I want these to be white gloves. Now at one point at Cypress Gardens, they all wore white gloves. Then along the way, those disappeared. I know it's hard to keep them clean. Now, my coming up here, why there's this backdrop is there were red flowers all through here, and I've got to figure out how to add those. Believe it or not. Now, the color of the other bunny, I was going to make more of a light yellow ochre. I think of a real bunny and how a real bunny is formed. You gotta think about it. You gotta look at real. You need to draw, as I say to young folks, you gotta know how to draw something realistic before you cartoon it. Cartooning is simplifying, exaggerating, making fun of. So you need to know how to. Making fun of something real, you need to know what it is real before you can make fun of it. A lot of young folks today have trouble with the idea of, you're making fun of something, that's mean. No. It's called humor. It's called wit. Something that we seem to have lost in this country. There we go. Well, no, it is the red flowers. Wait a minute, this is based on a postcard. What did I do with that postcard anyway? Well, that's a good question. What did happen to that postcard? I have no idea. Oh, gee whiz. Sorry, I'm going to disconnect that so that doesn't happen again. No, I'm not good with flower types. Yeah, here's another one I have. Speaking of magical, yeah, I want to get back to the. Oh, I haven't done this one either yet. Have I? Have I even? I don't even know if I've. Give me just a moment. Well, how nice. I have those postcards, but I don't have the other ones. Let's see if they're hiding. Oh. Well, at this point in time, I'm not sure where those postcards are. They're somewhere. They don't have far to go. My temporary lodgings. Huh. Or what did I have a physical? I have thousands and thousands of postcards, but I don't have them all with me. I only have probably a few hundred. You take these away. Yeah, I don't know where that postcard went. It vanished on me. Or maybe it was just an image I had that I pulled off. And that's possible. Let me see if I do this real quickly. Well, I can't really share it. Oh, can I? Can I share? No, I don't think I can share a photo. Nope. I can start Q&A and start a poll. That's all I can do here. No, it's going to be the same flower. I think it's a variation of oleanders, oddly enough. But they're red. I don't know. Some flower person would know better than I. What was I doing? And I had specific ideas here. I was going to give this one a lighter blue dress, and that one a yellowish pinkish thing. As soon as I find my yellow and my pinkish. I'm just trying to be more gentle, which is hard because I'm used to drawing hard and fast. And for these children's books, I don't want to do that. But I also want to make sure when I put the green in here, I'm going to put the red on top. But yeah, it's all going to be the same. It's all the same. This is all the same plant in the background. As I say, I've hiked many, many miles. But don't ask me to identify something else that helps get a light and dark is to do it this way, because now your heaviest paint is on the bottom. You can come in here and just see how that works? A little trick. When I was doing watercolor caricature back in the 90s, this was a little thing. People got very frustrated with me because they were trying to watch me do it. But if I needed, they were expecting me to be quick, and this was a way to get done really quick. And also be more effective too. I gotta watch put too much water. This is watercolor paper, not the board. The rest of my paintings are lighter. And I do recommend I use a crescent board. But this paper is not as forgiving as the watercolor board is. I know I still work very fast. I can't. That's just me. And that's my strength. That's my little superpower, is working fast. But between political cartoons and if you have a heavy deadline, you need something done fast, I'm a good person to come to because I get done quick. This stuff takes skill. I don't call anything. I'm saying this almost every single time now. I don't call this art. It's artwork. It's artwork. This is work, and we should view it as such, and the effort should be as such. That is work. Oops, I got more to put in here. I forgot about this. The Southern belle dresses were all very fine and very ladylike. See how that worked? Hopefully gives a sense of coming out. When I think about red flowers on the roses coming up. Tree out was so good. Yeah, that was I was gonna that was again that I pulled mice, eggs, and train. Those are the 3 words when I did that drawing. No pencils. Now this I penciled, but that I didn't pencil much like the other one I was doing. I was made up as I drew, came together. Like this. Just drew it. Notice the difference in the pen. Because that was a brand new pen I used, but it's very thick, whereas this was very thin. This is on sketch paper. And I think this is also on sketch paper. Yeah, when I scan it, I'll clean up that speck sky. I do not like how that sky looks at all. So I'm gonna do some digital work on that. But I hope all this stays. I like all that. Now this has turned out okay. What color was I was gonna do light blue. I'm more thinking yellow though. I'm open. I love feedback. Did you all just see me use a brush? I've lost a brush. What did I do with a brush? Oh, here. I'm thinking yellow. Because this is all going to be green, and that's going to be green, and that's going to be... I mean, I put some green here, but then some light blue, and one thing I can do here is I want to get that in here. I need the yellow ochre again. Palm fronds. Whoops, that's over here. Got multiple trays going on. Yeah, staying up till after 5 this morning wrecks my whole day. I'm trying not to be too heavy-handed. All right, thank you for being here, Diana. Thanks for being here. Get a chance, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it. I hope this will look better when I get an arm in here. That's better suited for what I'm doing. Thank you for being here. Thank everybody for being here. Oh, I wish you'd like this. Curious anyone commenting about whether I should use. Yeah, I think yellow's the way to go. Thank also anyone participating. I really thankful to have an audience, because I work best with an audience, as I've had an audience all my life. Just upside down again. Cypress Gardens is on its way. I meant to scan this. I was so busy working on the other ones. Hear those motorcyclists? I don't know if you get to hear them. There's people with a lot of free time on their hands. Imagine if they had skills who could do things besides riding motorcycles. The choices we make in life. Make noise. I want to make noise. Wonderful. Perfect. That's what we need. People to make noise. We'll just hand you some bananas and put you in a cave. You'll feel at home. Bang on a... Give you a rock. You can bang on the wall for a while. Same thing. Same results, too, by the way. Well, if I don't have people interacting, then I get sleepy here, because this stuff's real boring for me. So I won't stay here much longer. I think there's a couple people here, but take that pink. I'll have a little bit of yellow still in it, I'm sure. Oh, actually, I don't need that, could I? I'm just going to finish this part up, but then I'm going to abandon ship here. Let someone communicate something. I'm on my way. I'll ride my horse out of this town. I'm thinking tomorrow, yeah, I probably should come in and do something or other. Ooh, I need to, when I start adding that, so I'm going to go ahead with that. Now I hope noontime on Wednesday to start work on the children's books. And this is going to be involving, I think when I first do the children's one with the ghosts, and then I'll do the one with the critters. Good. Yeah. Stay. Is anyone here? Thank you for being here. Get a chance. If you like what I'm doing, thumbs up. Appreciate it. Share it if you want. Moreover, if you want to subscribe, I like that even more. I like to build up a following like I used to have. That'd be nice. Come in here, just connect that in the area. Because I'm not sure what green I'm going to use for this bottom part yet. By the way, that's where that is if you're wondering. I'm used to working upside down, right side up. I don't care. Okay, trying to be lighter, which is hard for me. Very hard for me. What I was doing earlier this year and then about a year ago, I was doing a bunch of these fairy things, which I showed. That was a pain in the neck. But I did it. I liked how this one was bunnies with the Easter basket. My head was in the right place and that really came out very well. I like how this light blue, that's all colored pencil. This was from last year, I think. I know it wasn't. No, it's from April. Just before I was starting to get ready to move again. This was a couple weeks before I started moving again. Is it really April? It says 4/3/2026. Just like my life not to have upheaval. Please, nothing upheaval. Cypress Gardens. One thing I want to do because it's come up. Ronnie's restaurant in Orlando came up, and I was looking. I know there's an interior shot of Ronnie's in the restaurant, kind of looking down at the amoeba-shaped counter where you could go get ice cream, and went back. I cannot find the. I know I have a postcard of it. It's in a storage room. I don't know which one, but I'd love to find it. And I looked online, I can't find it. So someone's keeping a secret someplace. Some rascal. Me, for example, because I should have it. If my websites were up, if I hadn't been hacked to death, I'd have them there. Because I know I posted it before. So that is one I want to do, or Wolfie's, which is involving another project. We'll see if I get to. I want to get to Diana's picture, the 2 children's books. I want to clear out some stuff that's been lingering around me. I wish Melissa Busby was here right now. I need to get with Ron Barna. I have a project now a year old. He was going to send me a postcard image of it. He never did. And I want that project. In fact, I don't even know if I have it with me. I've moved twice since then. We'll see. All right, so I got some beginnings going on here. Nondescript and all that, you see. I do like, this is another, I got a lot of watercolors. I'd love to finish up some of these. All right, that brush ain't so hot. What are the other brushes I had? Oh, they're down here. All the other brushes. There we go. Now we're getting into it. Oh, everyone's gone. Okay, well, everyone's gone, then I'm leaving too. I ain't sticking around here with nobody. Especially at 7:13. Oh, wow, I cleared the hour and then some. All right, I'll quit. Thank y'all for watching. Hope to be here again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central, at whatever time it would be in Germany. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all next time. Rob Smith here. Good night, good night.